Hello guys, today we will be looking at how to make your game looks beautiful. So if you made the game before and looked at it then realized that it looks ugly, this is the right video for you. And after it you will be able to make this ugly game looks gorgeous. If we didn't meet yet, my name is Walid from Spectra games and I'm an indie games developer. So there are 3 factors that can affect the aesthetic of your game. Those factors are: the design of your level is the most powerful factor on the aesthetic of your game. So before implementing any effects on your project like post-processing, make sure that at least you have a vision on your mind to how the game should look like at the end. And make sure you make the position of every game object looks as realistic as it can, so the player can feel attracted to the game, and this is the first and essential step to build your game feel. But try to do this without thinking about colors and all those stuff, and let it to the next step. Try to learn how to make it feel good from the other games you already played. And if it doesn't work, hire a game designer and see how much you will make it appealing. This is a whole field and you need to learn a lot about it. Colors is a subject that scares a lot of people. This is not a tutorial, I mean that I'm not gonna show you everything about colors. I'm just gonna guide you so you have basic information on what you should search about. So in any game art there's something called points of emphasis, and it's the point that drags someone's attention when looking at a piece of art. In the world of game design it might be the character, some trees, the sky, etc. Something that drags players' attention. It's so important so you feel that your level looks complete. This point should have the color that stands out from others. It doesn't matter if it's saturated or not, wherever, it just should stand out from others. Second thing you will ask about is, what color should I choose to work with? This is where color harmonies come into play. Color harmonies help you to choose a set of colors that will look pretty good together. There are a lot of color harmonies, but I'm just gonna show you my 2 favorite ones: complementary colors and triads. Real quick, complementary colors are the opposite colors on the chromatic circle, as you can see an example now with me on the screen. And triads, very similar, but they will be at equal points on the chromatic circle, as you can see now with me. You can visit color.adobe.com. It's a very interesting site that gives you the color you should work with depends on the harmony you are choosing. Finally, we will talk about warm colors and cool colors. Warm colors are the bright ones that looks warm like the color of the sun. Cool colors are the colors that you feel so comfortable to look at, and they are usually used in shading and stuff. I'm gonna link you to some videos that you will find in the description box if you wanna know more about colors in art and level design. So everyone knows that our eyes looks by picking up rays of light. These rays bounce around between objects hitting our eye. Every time the light hits an object it gets modified, absorbed or diffracted depending on the properties of object's material. Thanks to the game engines we have, we can visualize a realistic lighting on our games. And the computer science split the type of those lights to 2 categories: direct illumination and indirect illumination. Direct lighting is when the light from the source bounces once on the object and hits the eye. Here's an example of this scene with only direct lighting enabled. Indirect lighting is when the light bounces off multiple surfaces before hitting the eye. Just like this example, the light will keep bouncing until it gets fully absorbed. In games development, we usually calculate the effects of light on objects during development, and we generate something called a light map. This process of calculating the light and storing it on a map called baking. You can see now with me some example of light map on the screen. But as a games developer, you better use progressive light maps, which means that it will realistically simulate lighting bouncing around the scene. It does this by gradually sending the light rays from the camera to light sources. This means that you can see the results as it renders on the editor, and you adjust the properties without the need to render the entire scene. I'm gonna let you some links on the description box if you are interested about the settings of lighting and learning them. As I said before, this is not a tutorial, it's a guide. Anyways guys, here we are at the end of this video. I hope that it was helpful for you. If you like it, give it a thumbs up, smash the subscribe button and hit the notification bell because I drop cool videos every week and you don't wanna miss them. See you soon.